Hi guys, in today's video we're going to be painting up a Minotaurs Legion Repulsor. But first of all I want to say a huge thank you to my YouTube channel sponsors Goblin Gaming who sent me the kit out. If you check the description box down below you'll find a direct link to their web store, and every time you purchase something from that direct link it greatly helps my YouTube channel, so please use the link in the description box below. My new army is going to be Minotaurs and I'm trying to get back into 40k. Now, painting the Minotaurs is a difficult challenge in the respect that you're using a lot of plain metallic colours like bronze. So I tried my best to break up the bronze as best I could with other colours, and hopefully you'll really enjoy this tutorial. You'll pick up a few tips and tricks along the way. And as always guys, it's going to be a long video, so go grab yourselves a nice hot drink or maybe a nice cold beer and we'll get started with the tutorial. I'll start off by priming the miniature using Alclad 2's Lacquer Primer Black. It's important to note that you need to be well ventilated while spraying Alclad paints, and also make sure you have a good quality airbrush with PTFE solvent proof seals, as lesser quality airbrushes with rubber seals will be damaged by the lacquer paint. Here I'm priming at 20 psi and about 3 to 4 inches away from the model. I'm just getting a very fine mist of the Alclad lacquer primer onto the model, and as you can see it goes on super smooth and very thin. Now I'm painting the turret, and as you can see I've got a handy pair of tweezers. Never try and hold a miniature with your fingers whilst actually priming or painting for that matter, as it's nearly impossible not to damage the miniature by getting fingerprint marks on the wet paint. Now it's time to lay down our base coat, and we're going to be using Vallejo metal colour copper here. Now the Minotaur scheme is actually bronze, but don't worry about that, we're going to fix that and make it look bronze a little later on in the video. But for now I'm spraying again at about 20 psi, 3 to 4 inches away, and getting a nice smooth even coat. As I mentioned a moment ago, we're going to fix the hue of the colour, and we're going to use Agrax Earthshade for this. It's very important you always shake your paints, but even more so with the shade paints, as sometimes the medium settles and you can be left with a glossy finish, so make sure you really shake them up. Now what we're going for here is not a shade as such in the recesses, we're more so tinting the actual vehicle. So don't spray it too heavy, you can come in with 2 coats if you're not happy with the first coat, but again we're just looking for an all over coverage to the vehicle just to tint that copper colour. Now we're going to do a technique known as post shading. Post shading is exactly as it states, you're shading the vehicle post base colour. So I'm using two hands here to brace the airbrush in my hand to get as fine a grip on the airbrush as I possibly can to steady my hands to get the post shading done. And as you can see, I'm working really close to the vehicle here, about an inch away, and I'm pulling ever so slightly back on the airbrush trigger just to make sure that I get a very fine line. I'm also, as you can see, going around all the recesses of the panels to get the post shading done. This is going to really help break up all the look of that bronze flat colour and add some interest to the vehicle. Now we're going to use Citadel's or Games Workshop's base paint Corn Red. We're going to place it on all of the doors of the vehicle and on this front part of the vehicle as well. Again, this is to break up all of the bronze colour on the vehicle and to add interest. Now we're going to highlight using Vallejo Game Air Bloody Red. It's important to note that I don't use any masking here on the red areas of the vehicle, but if you're new to airbrushing, I highly recommend you picking up some Tamiya masking tape and mask the bronze areas around the actual bloody red areas you're going to spray to eliminate overspray. But as I say, I've been airbrushing for quite a while now and I'm fairly good at not getting overspray, even though it is very lazy of me not to mask. And here you can see that I'm building up the highlights exactly as I did before on the actual bulk of the tank, and now we're actually doing it on the turret. When we added the Agrax Earthshade, it really made the vehicle look way too matte. Now, to solve this, we're going to be using satin varnish. The satin varnish is going to bring a very slight sheen back to the metallics. It's going to also bring together the red and the bronze colour nicely. Varnishing also protects the vehicle as well from scratches and dings that you may get whilst gaming. And here you can see all the results that we've got so far after the airbrushing stages that have been completed. Now it's time to start hand brushing, and we're going to use Vallejo Metal Colours Gunmetal Grey to start that off. We're going to be painting all of the areas that are due to be silver in metallic colour, and we're just going to go around all of the vehicle with the Vallejo Gunmetal Grey. Here I'm using Ammo of Mig's Black Wash. I forgot to record most of the application of this black wash, but as you can see, I'm applying it to all of the recesses of the vehicle, so all of those little panels that you see get a panel line wash. I'm also adding streaks down that large bronze metallic plate, again just to break up the colour a little bit. Games Workshop shade Null Oil is going to be painted on all of the silver metallics to give them a really nice shade. Vallejo Game Air Silver is going to be dry brushed onto all of the silver metallic areas of the vehicle. It's very important to note that you have to remove most of the paint on some paper towel. Once done, you'll be left with a brush that's pretty much dry, hence the name dry brushing. And what we want to do is use a flat-headed brush, not a normal round-headed brush, and just lightly, with the motion of a back and forwards motion, just lightly tickle, if you like, the parts of the vehicle that we're painting, and it will catch all the extreme edges and raised surfaces and leave a really nice highlight behind. Now we're going to add Games Workshop's technical paint, Nicolac Oxide. This is a fantastic colour and it really leaves realistic patina behind on your vehicle, and the fact that Minotaurs Legion uses bronze is a perfect application for the patina colour of Nicolac Oxide. Here I'm going round all the rivets and all of the sticking out bolts and those sorts of things on the vehicle. It's really important to make sure that you don't go overboard with this Nicolac Oxide, as it can really overpower the vehicle and start to make it look a little tacky and toy-like. So stick to the rivets and those sorts of details and it'll look really good. And here we can see our finished Minotaurs Legion Repulsor. Love this vehicle, such a detailed kit. It's so simple to build, but it does take quite a while because there's so many components to it. But again, absolutely love it. Now, I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have, please hit the like button, share it amongst friends. I want to say a huge thank you once again to my YouTube channel sponsors, Goblin Gaming. Don't forget to check the description box below for links to their web store, and every time you purchase something, please use that link. It greatly helps, and I thank you in advance. And lastly guys, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.